So if you were recently selected as a personal representative and you're thinking about maybe selling the property in the estate, you might be thinking, should I go with a real estate agent or should I go with an investor or cash buyer? Each option has their pros and cons, and today I'm going to break them down so you can make the best decision for you and the estate. I'm Dan Wheeler, certified probate real estate specialist and CEO of All Things Probate DC. I help families, executors, and personal representatives navigate the probate real estate process smoothly, efficiently, and with care. Whether you need help understanding timelines, marketing the property, or maximizing its value, All Things Probate DC is your one-stop shop for all your probate real estate needs. We're here to provide you with the expertise and the support that you need to make this journey less stressful and to get you the best possible outcome. Once you've been appointed the personal representative of an estate, starting off on the right foot is crucial to ensure a smooth probate process. Now, I know I'm biased because I'm a real estate agent, but I want to give you the best advice so that you can weigh the pros and the cons so you can make the best decision for you and your family. So let's start off with some pros and cons of working with a cash buyer or an investor. Working with a cash buyer is a popular alternative, especially for sellers who may need to move quickly or want a simpler process. So some of the pros of working with a cash buyer and investor is you get a quicker and faster sale. Cash buyers can often close in little as a week if you need to sell fast. Whether due to financial difficulties or job relocation or simply wanting to move quickly, this can be a big advantage. Pro number 2, no repairs are typically needed when you're working with a cash buyer or an investor. Cash buyers typically buy homes as is, meaning you don't have to spend the money or time fixing up the property, especially if you've inherited it and you don't know what the condition of the property may be. This can save you significant effort and expenses. Number 3, it can be less complicated. Since cash buyers don't typically rely on financing, there's less of a risk of the deal falling through due to financing issues. This process can often be straightforward and predictable. Now, some of the cons of working with a cash buyer or an investor. With a cash buyer or an investor, you're typically going to get a lower price than you would putting the property on the open market. Cash buyers typically offer less than fair market value. Since they're buying the property as is and closing quickly, they factor those costs into their offer. While it's convenient, you're likely to get less for your home as compared to a traditional sale or putting your property on the open market. Another con of working with a cash buyer and investor is limited marketing. Working with a cash buyer or an investor, you're typically just going to be reaching out to the people who've reached out to you, which is basically you limiting your buyer pool to only a certain amount of people who've seen the property. Essentially, you're limiting your pool of total possible buyers that have actually seen the property to potential investors. While it's fast, you won't have as many options. Agents are allowed to market your property to the entire DC, Maryland, and Virginia area, and even people who may want to move from other parts of the country. Another con of working with cash buyers and investors is there's a lot of scams and lowball offers. You're not guaranteed to close. Unfortunately, all cash buyers and investors are not reputable. There are some investors out there who may want to take advantage of sellers in distress. It's important that you do your research and make sure that you're working with a trustworthy buyer. There's no guarantee that the buyer will close, and I've had clients where the cash buyer frankly pulled out the same day because the numbers didn't work for them, or they tried to renegotiate the price at the last minute. That's not always guaranteed the case, but these are just things you want to consider if you're weighing your options between a cash buyer and a real estate agent. Now, let's talk about working with a real estate agent. What are the cons of working with a real estate agent? This is the more traditional route, and it's what most people think of when they're thinking about selling a property. One of the first cons is time and effort. Selling with a real estate agent typically takes longer. There may be multiple showings, open houses, and negotiations. If you need to sell quickly, working with a real estate agent may not be ideal for you. The next con is commissions and fees. Professional real estate agents do charge a compensation fee. That means a portion of your sale goes to the agent, which can add up, especially in higher priced properties. The benefit of working with a real estate agent is real estate agents don't get paid unless you do, which incentivizes real estate agents to work hard on your behalf. Here at All Things Probate DC, all real estate compensation is 100% negotiable. We like to make the process fair for you, fair for us, and allows the property to sell. And the third potential con of working with a real estate agent is the condition of the home. You may need to make repairs or updates to the property before it's listed. This can be time consuming and expensive if your home needs work. Here at All Things Probate DC, we are your one-stop shop for all probate estate needs, and we're happy to recommend licensed contractors that have been vetted that can work with you and the estate's budget. Now, let's talk about working with a real estate agent. One of the pros, maximizing your sales price. Working with a skilled agent will allow your property to be marketed to a wide range of buyers, helping you get the highest possible price for the property. With their expertise in pricing and negotiating, you could see a much higher return than selling to an investor. The next pro is exposure to more buyers. Agents have access to the multiple listing service, social media, and other platforms to get the home in front of the most amount of buyers possible. And this is what we want. The more buyers that see your home, the more offers you could potentially get, which potentially will push the value and the price of the property up. The more offers we receive, the higher premium you can charge for that property. This will increase your chances of a quick sale at a good price. And the third pro of dealing with a real estate agent is professional advice and support. A real estate agent is your guide through the whole process. They handle the paperwork, provide the legal guidance, and help with negotiations. Now, this expertise is invaluable, especially if you're new to selling a home and new to the probate process. So what option is best for you? It really depends on your situation. Working with an investor, you typically make less money, but sell faster. Working with a real estate agent, you typically make more money, but sell a little bit slower. But if you want to sell quickly and want to avoid costly repairs, and you're okay with the lower sales price, then selling to a cash buyer or an investor might be the right choice for you. If you're looking for the highest price and don't mind waiting, working with a real estate agent would be the way to go. Whatever route you choose, All Things Probate DC is here to help. For more information, make sure to visit www.allthingsprobatedc.com/contact us, and let's get in touch. I'm Dan Wheeler, certified probate real estate specialist. I'll see you next time.